Here's a graphic we created at the MeidasTouch network for Donald Trump. Weird and very dangerous and unhinged. Watching Donald Trump melt down, watching Donald Trump panic, watching Donald Trump be terrified by the rise of Vice President Kamala Harris. Something we enjoy reporting on here at the MeidasTouch network. Can I show you, though, probably what you haven't seen anywhere else, which is these emails that Donald Trump sends to his supporters. And I subscribe to that listserv, so you don't have to. But it reveals the very dangerous intent, the very violent rhetoric that Donald Trump continues to use. So here it is right here. Donald Trump emails his supporters as he's spiraling out of control. It says, President Trump emergency. Ben, it's Kamala. She just spit on MAGA. Just spit on MAGA. And it says, stand with Trump. Ben, she's crooked and she just insulted all of MAGA. She hates you because you love America. I don't care how much crooked Kamala raises in dirty liberal cash. I got the entire force of MAGA standing with Donald Trump, and that's all that matters. This is the last patriot push. We just got a few days to outraise Harris's war chest of over $100 million. Chip in now. Here's another message from Trump. Obama is back and he hates you. They just fill in whose ever name it is. But that's the subject. Obama is back and he hates Ben. It says, this is a message from Donald Trump. Barack Obama doesn't just hate America. He hates Ben. So it's no surprise that he ditched his zombie pet Biden and officially endorsed crooked Kamala. They're even joining forces with Soros, money machine, Hollywood elites, and corrupt special interest mega donors to come after their ultimate target, Ben! Exclamation point. But unlike these ultra liberals, Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance love you. And to prove just how much you mean to us, we're making you our special guest for an unforgettable event together. And then when you click the link, it says donate $500, donate $1,000. But look, people aren't buying this crap, even in the villages in Florida, which is traditionally right-wing. Vice President Kamala Harris is surging. There were hundreds of golf carts doing a rally in the villages. There were fundraisers across the country. At a grassroots level, Vice President Kamala Harris is soaring. And one of the things she pointed out as well in a recent press release is Donald Trump's promise to end democracy. What I love about Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign is when she goes on the offense and calls out Donald Trump. So she says, statement on Trump's promise to end democracy. And she quotes what Donald Trump says. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years and you know what? It will be fixed. It will be fine. You won't have to vote anymore. Remember, this is a moment where Donald Trump spoke to an audience in West Palm Beach a day or so ago, and he goes, I'm not Christian, and I'm here to tell you that to all my Christians out there, I'm going to fix elections in the future, so there will be no voting. Just vote for me this last time, and we'll never have voting again in this country. And this is not some aberration for Donald Trump. This is the type of stuff he says over and over again. Here's an example of it. He previously made this comment as well when he gave a speech in Washington, D.C. not too long ago on June 22nd, 2024. It's like, hello, media. You want to report on these things? So here's Donald Trump saying that you're not going to have to vote anymore. This was at West Palm Beach. Let me play the clip for you.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
I'm not going to play the other clip for you where he says it. I'm going to show it. I'll just show you the photo. Hearing him over and over again in his deranged and unhinged way, is just something I don't think I need to show you any more clips of that.
Sleep is the foundation of our mental and physical health. When you are sleeping well, you can perform at your best mentally and physically. Introducing Beam's Dream Powder, a science-backed healthy hot cocoa for sleep. If you know me, you know that Dream has been an absolute game changer for my sleep. I drink Beam's Dream Powder each night in order to get my optimal sleep, and I have to say, I would not be recommending this if it didn't actually help me. And today, my listeners get a special discount on Beam's Dream Powder, their science-backed healthy hot cocoa for sleep with no added sugar. Better sleep has never tasted better. Now available in delicious flavors like chocolate peanut butter, cinnamon cocoa, and sea salt caramel with only 15 calories and 0 grams of sugar. Other sleep aids could cause next day grogginess, but Dreams contains a powerful all-natural blend of reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, melatonin, and nano CBD to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. The numbers don't lie. In a clinical study, 93% of participants reported Dream helped them get better sleep. Beam Dream is easy to add to your nighttime routine. Just mix Dream into hot water or milk, froth, and enjoy before bed. Find out why Forbes and New York Times are all talking about Beam and why it's trusted by the world's top athletes and business professionals. If you want to try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder, get up to 40% off for a limited time when you go to shopbeam.com/Meidas and use code Meidas at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/MEIDAS and use code Meidas for up to 40% off.
But take a look. People across the country are making these signs. Trump is weird right now. I'm seeing signs like that going up across the country. But I really want to be very clear. And this is one of the things that I hear from you all the time. You know, when I cover these deranged Donald Trump events, and I always do an outline of the types of things that he spoke to. So yesterday when Donald Trump spoke at some Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Tennessee, I talked about the different things that he did there. So I said, Donald Trump, he mocked Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter, Miley Cyrus, because she's liberal. Donald Trump says he's smart because he, quote, graduated tremendously from MIT. He praises Laura Loomer, who's been posting some of the most hateful and racist, deranged stuff over and over again. He threatens everybody. You're going to get a depression. This is going to go wrong. They're going to crush you. So I talk about what he says. Then he gave the speech thereafter in Minnesota where he's trailing Vice President Kamala Harris by like 10 points in one poll. I think it's like 5 points in the Fox poll, 10 points in another local poll. He talks about Hannibal Lecter. He talks about, I can crush the golf balls. He says, let me just show you that. Here, play the clip.
And I can hit the crap out of the ball. I'm good. I shoot good scores. And when you win a club championship, that means you can play under pressure. You can ask a lot of the people up there, like Brett Baer. Brett Baer's a good golfer. Ask him, can Trump play? Ask a lot of the people, but can you?
You can crush the golf balls. For me, what politics is about is delivering for the people. And so what I want to know, when I see things like this is what politics is about. This is from Laura Packard. And she goes, today is the anniversary of Senator John McCain's thumbs down vote on the skinny repeal, which ended that time the GOP's attempt to dismantle the Affordable Care Act. I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor, and Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, saved my life. We cannot go back. We cannot go back. And whenever, you hear these like unhinged and deranged views by these MAGA Republicans, first off, it's like, what is it that you even support? What are your policies other than the weirdo cult of Donald Trump and picking your culture wars? But then when you delve into it, it's like, okay, J.D. Vance's whole thing is this misogynistic attack on what he calls childless cat ladies. He doubles and triples down on it. More posts have been unearthed where J.D. Vance keeps saying, yup, it's the cat ladies. The cat ladies did it. The cat ladies must be stopped. He goes, this is one of my favorite trolls. She describes herself as a cat lady and puts it in her bio. And he tries to mock her. Okay, well, the point you're trying to make, other than that you're a misogynistic a-hole, is that the government should do something to incentivize children or to help parents of children. That's the point you're trying to make? It seems very punitive and misogynistic and evil, what you're saying. But let's be clear. The Republicans are the ones who stopped the child tax credit that President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris put into law. The most significant child tax credit in history took place with the Democrats while the MAGA Republicans voted against it. And they voted to stop it from continuing to take place in future fiscal years. And you can go through all of these issues. I mean, what's the MAGA position on IVF? Well, they voted against codifying IVF. What's the MAGA view on contraception? Well, they voted against codifying contraception. You can go through all of these issues. The question is, what are you voting on and what are you doing? And it usually is the exact opposite of what you try to claim that you are doing. Now, I want to show you this. Vice President Kamala Harris put out the following press release about Donald Trump's deranged speech, unhinged speech in Minnesota. Vice President Kamala Harris said the following. Harris for President spokesperson Serafina Chitika released the following statement after Donald Trump's speech in Minnesota. Tonight in Minnesota, a bitter, unhinged 78-year-old convicted felon kept clinging to his lies about the 2020 election. He lost being rigged. He rambled about his former opponent and golfing and made excuses why he's afraid to debate Vice President Kamala Harris. Donald Trump said that if he loses, our country is finished. Yesterday, he promised the end of our democracy if he wins. Think about that. He's promising the end of our democracy. By the way, hat tip to Vice President Kamala Harris's social media team. They posted the following. J.D. Vance does not couch his hatred for women. And they found a post that J.D. Vance made September 14th, 2021, where J.D. Vance said, "The cat ladies, man, they must be stopped." So in addition to J.D. Vance denying sexual relations with a couch, in addition to it being proven that J.D. Vance was promoting sexual relations with dolphins, in addition to J.D. Vance picking fights with Jennifer Aniston and the Swifties and making hateful and misogynistic comments, we now learn that J.D. Vance was also involved in burning monkey testicles. Yes, I can't make this stuff up. J.D. Vance invested in a company that did research via the burning of monkey testicles. So that's MAGA. That's why at the beginning of the video, I showed you weird. MAGA is weird. Trump is weird. This whole movement is utterly deranged. And I mean, here's an example. Donald Trump giving a speech where he talks about starting a fight club where professional UFC fighters will attack migrants. And this is the type of things that Donald Trump is talking about. Here, play this clip.
I told Dana White, UFC, do we love Dana White? How good was he at the convention? I said, Dana, I have a great idea. Take your great championship fighters from all over the world, you're champions right now, but start another league, called it an illegal migrant league. And then take the best of those fighters and let them fight. I believe the migrants will win. I think it's crazy. You know, I told that little sort of a sarcastic joke. The press went crazy with it. He wants to start a migrant league. He wants to start a migrant league. I was going to
I mean, what in the world is that? What are you talking about, you deranged weirdo? I think it's important that we continue to call him out, him and J.D. Vance, call him out as weird. We'll keep doing that here on the MeidasTouch Network. Finally, I want to show you this right here. This is from Vice President Kamala Harris's husband. Here's what he had to say. The second gentleman. Play the clip.
Let me end with this, Mr. Trump. I know you have so much trouble pronouncing her name. But here's the good news. After the election, you can just call her Madam President.
Well, tell me what you think, folks. Just think about those emails Donald Trump's sending. You know, it's very intentional, the language that he is using. That's all he has. Juvenile name calling, like a petulant third grader, a wannabe fascist. You know what I've said about Trump and this MAGA movement? Like, they're worse than fascists because they're cosplay WWE wannabe fascists. They are the fascist fanboys. They look up to the fascists like Vladimir Putin, and they want to make America subservient to that. That's why you take a look at all of these states where Vice President Kamala Harris, record numbers of door knockers, record numbers of people who are volunteering their time. This is a grassroots movement, folks, that isn't going anywhere soon. Keep you posted. I'm Ben Meiselas. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.